Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an eyeshadow bingo look. If you've never seen a video, this was inspired by Jackie Aina and her eyeshadow bingo from her palette. And I think it was a pretty fun and cool idea to do. So to get my creative side going, I decided why not, let's go for it. First I'm just prepping my eyelids and I'm using my Revolution Pro eye primer. For the details on any products, please check out my Instagram post on this look. Without any further hold up. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna start with. Oh my god, it landed on E3. Okay, what is that? Let's look. Okay, so E3 is... Let me swatch it for y'all. I don't really have room to swatch, so I'll just do it here. It's like a mustardy brownish color. Very pretty. I didn't want to get into the fall videos yet, into the fall vibes until next month, September. But we're almost there and I have no choice because that's the color that came out. So let's see what color is next on the eyeshadow bingo. Oh my gosh. A1? What? Here, I'll swatch A1. This is what it looks like. That it's complete opposite almost. It's like a pinky purpley shimmer, so it's very opposite from this one. So let's see what I have to come up with. I'm gonna pick 3 more colors. Alright, so the next one. A3? Oh my gosh. A3 looks like this. This is not the best area on your hand to swatch, but this is what it looks like. What's next? What's next? B4. Okay, let's see. What is that? Okay, so we're into another purple tone. Wow, that's so creamy. That's B4. And the last color is an E5. Okay, what is E5? This is what E5 looks like. These are all fall tones except for this one. This is more of a winter spring kind of tone, but I'm loving the challenge. I'm very nervous. So let's get started. What am I gonna do today? Alright, so I want to do a cut crease, possibly a double cut crease, not sure, but I was very nervous to start. But I'm taking A3 and I want to focus this on the inner half of my eye, so it's going to be the inner half of my crease color. I'm just going to pack it on with patting motion, so with moderate pressure, not too light, not too heavy, go ahead and start packing the eyeshadow color. We're just placing it where we want it basically. If you have hooded eyes like me, go ahead and do it higher than your natural crease. As I mentioned, I'm just putting the color where I want it. Once we go in with our next color, then after that we'll start blending. For the next one, I'm gonna take B4. I know I just did a lavender purple cut crease on one of my last videos, but this is not gonna be the same, I promise. It kind of looks the same, but it's not. And plus, it's kind of my vibe with cut creases. That's all good though. So with a small pencil brush, you want to blend in those two colors together with light pressure. Start doing circular and wiping motions left and right. Right now you just want to diffuse the edges a little bit and spread out the color just a little bit. That's why I grabbed a more defined pencil brush, and I didn't want to go in with my big blending brush just yet because the big blending brush will spread out the color in a bigger area. Now you can switch brush and start blending it, and make sure you use a more precise blending brush. Light pressure, blend the top of the edge, that way it's not a harsh line. Once you have that top edge blended out, go back in with the original colors you used and add the definition back in. So when you do cut crease, you always want to keep it defined even though you blend the edges. So like always, it's a game of back and forth with your steps and your brushes. Once you're happy with the placement and the colors, go ahead and cut your crease. When you're cutting your crease and you need to clean up any extra product, just use a clean pointed brush that's a little bit fluffy and dense, and go ahead and start patting it and swipe that extra product away because we don't want extra product on our eyelids. I know cut crease can seem difficult and overwhelming, sometimes intimidating, but nothing is perfect in makeup, even though we aim for it to be. And if you mess up, like I got some concealer on my purple crease, don't worry about it, we just fix it. When we get to that part, we'll fix it up, and just practice, don't be too hard on yourself, and you'll get it. And then you'll actually realize that the cut crease are one of the easiest looks to do, and they're pretty fun too. Instead of a black liner, I'm going to use this Ultra Matte Gel Liner by Melt Cosmetics. I am putting the name and details of this and all the products in my Instagram post, so go check that out. But I normally would use black eyeliner, but since I'm using the more mustardy color in the palette, I just figured why not use this one to make it stand out and be more defined as well. I didn't realize it was ultra matte. I thought it was the other creamy formula, so I did have to work fast with this one. If not, it dries really quickly and it'll be patchy when I put eyeshadow on top. So if you want to layer it, just work really quickly. Now to add E5, we're going to diagonally blend this outwards and upwards. And we're going to do this slowly with light pressure first, so that way we don't mess up the cut crease that we have going on. The bottom part of the shadow doesn't really matter right now because like always we can clean it up. But the top part of it, you want to make sure that you keep the shape following the line of the cut crease you already laid down. So we don't want to draw this eyeshadow on too low, we want to follow it up like the cut crease we already have. I always like to fill out my outer corner and also my lower corner lash line and then start bringing it up. Take your time, don't rush. I mean, I didn't want to rush because I felt like I was going to mess it up, but notice how I'm taking it upwards and outwards and I'm following that same shape I already had. And again, the bottom doesn't matter too much because I can fix it with concealer when I'm done with my eyeshadow. Even though it's a very unexpected look, I'm happy with it so far, so I'm going to add that deep B4 color on the bottom lash line. It's going to just be on the inner half. And this deep purple will connect with the E5 eyeshadow that's more of a maroon burgundy color. This is so different for me. Again, I would have never thought to use these two on one eyeshadow look, but not too bad. Now that I'm looking at it, I promise I did not plan my outfit with the colors, but that's pretty cool though. I mean, you guys saw I did a random generator online. And then for the inner corner, which is the only place I thought of, I know it's so basic, to add the eyeshadow, the purple pink shimmer, but I mean, I don't think that it went with the other colors, so we can't go wrong with the inner corner shimmer. At this point, you just want to add on your lashes so that we can continue to finish off our eye look and move on to our face products. I don't have a maroon eyeliner. If not, I would have used it, but instead I'm using a purple to kind of keep it with the same color story. Don't forget to add your mascara because I know I forget sometimes, and this makes your bottom lashes have definition and also your top lashes to blend in with your falsies. When you want your eyes to stand out more, mascara definitely is a must. I am using one of my favorite drugstore primers. If you want the exact name of it, go to my Instagram post. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to remind you that I do take the time and list the products for you. Remember that anytime I apply something on my face, I do like to press it in and pick up the excess to blend it with my sponge. This includes primer. I'm going to spot conceal with the peachy concealer because I have been breaking out and I need to cover that up because who wants to see that? Nobody. Who cares? Also probably nobody, but had to be done. For foundation, I'm using the Milani one and it's listed on my post. I used just half a pump, not even a whole pump, because I've been liking how it feels on my face when I spread it out with the brush. It just doesn't feel heavy because normally I would use 2 to 3 pumps of this and that was way too much back then. So I'm spreading it out with the brush, get a nice thin layer going, and then I'm gonna just blend it with my beauty sponge. If you're new to my channel, you'll notice that my favorite way to apply concealer is by putting whatever's on the applicator on a little metal palette or plastic palette. And then you get a separate brush and you tap on tiny amounts where you want your concealer to be. So in this case, I just used the dome applicator one time. And with a separate brush, I'm spreading it all over the areas that I want to brighten. And this way you add the coverage where you need to, but you don't use excessive product. For contour, you guys know I love to cream contour and cream bronze, so definitely think it's a go-to step, especially when you want your face makeup to last longer as far as your bronzer blush goes. This brush is very round and dense. It's from the brand BB, like the clothing brand. It was gifted from my friend Alma at one of our Christmas parties. Shout out to you, Alma. I know sometimes on my cheek it can look like my products are not blended, but that's just because of texture and scars on my face. I know at a glance you're like, what scars, what texture, but trust me, that's the reason why it looks like that. It's not actually patchy, it's just the shading looks a little bit different. After contouring, I know you can think I'm crazy, but I'm not setting my face with powder today. I'm going straight in with the highlighter, and I'm mixing 2 from this palette. These colors are more of a champagne, golden peach tones, but still in a light shade, not dark. And I think they would pair well because of the colors I used on my eyes. And actually, the more I look at my eyes, the more I like them. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm just shocked. To highlight the rest of my face, I just go in with a fluffier brush, a little bit bigger brush. That way it blends out more. Applying highlighter is so oddly satisfying to me and relaxing. And I'm always like, don't be shy, put some more. But I know that I shouldn't be doing that because it can be too much. But I mean, oh well. You guys know I don't always contour or powder contour, just sometimes when I'm feeling like it. You know, makeup is just depending on your mood. At least it is for me. So I'm just gonna powder bronze, and notice how I start with patting motions and then I slightly start turning my brush and continue to pat and blend. Because if I just brush it all over my face, it's gonna pick up the products I already have laid down, and because of my texture and scars, it's gonna look way more patchier. Another thing you'll also notice, which if you're new to my channel, you're gonna be like, what? But I like to put blush all over the same areas I already put bronzer, because I think it complements it so well and it helps you have that natural sun-kissed look overall. And I know I can be heavy-handed, but setting spray blends it all and fixes it all. So if we can just add setting spray to 2020, that would be great. For lips, I know I always do a nude, but today I was like, let's do a more warm toned brown that goes with like these colors, these purple and maroon colors that are basically fall tones, right? Well, as I was applying my liner, I realized that even though it might go with the tones, it's too dark for my taste, for my personal preference. So I was like, not today. So with the other lip liner, I'm blending it all out, which is fine. It looks pretty good. I like the defined look. And these two liners I used are part of my giveaway, so don't forget to check my previous video out for instructions on how to enter. It's free. And for lipstick, I'm using a liquid lipstick. I also prefer to apply the lipstick on a palette and then use a separate brush. This way I add minimal product and I still think it's long wearing because it doesn't get cakey or crumbly. Even though this is a random bingo eye look, I'm giving you all the secrets today, so don't say I didn't care about you, and I do. That's why I'm here. Don't forget to set your spray. Wow. Set your face and press, especially the areas where you added your highlighter. That way it can blend into your skin and not be so harsh and powdery. So yeah, this is the finished look. I hope that you loved it. I'm being dramatic like last time. I like the way this looked, and I did use these lashes, the Kiss products. So wispy lashes. It's the 5-pack, and I ended up loving the way this look came out. I know the inner corner shimmery color doesn't go perfect with it, but overall I'm glad I took the challenge because I would have not paired these colors together for a look normally. So I'm surprisingly pleased by it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I did not set my makeup with powder today. And I love how my skin looks because this foundation is more on the full coverage side. So I used less foundation and I didn't set it. And if you want to know all the products that I used, as always, I will have them linked on my Instagram post with this look. They'll be listed there on the post so that you don't miss out if you're interested on any specific product for my eyes, for my face, for the whole look. I really thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that I have a giveaway going on. Go check out my last video before this one. All the details are there. Subscribe, share, and see you in my next video. Te lo